Hello world! In this tutorial we're going to learn how to build this simple hoverboard. It's a fun name, but basically what it does, it's when you hover over these boxes they turn different colors randomly and creates this nice effect. It's built using just a little bit of CSS and JavaScript. So let's get into it. Alright, here we have an empty CodePen project as usual, and first let's create the single HTML element we're going to have, at least here in the HTML tab. Will be a div with an ID of container, so we can target it in the JavaScript. Now let's say here goes the magic. Okay, next in the JavaScript we're going to target that container, const container document get element by ID container. And we're going to create the squares in it, or the boxes, or however we want to call it. And let's see, we're going to have 500 squares. So let's store this number. Squares number 500. So we're going to use this number to create a for loop. For let I equals 0, I less than squares number I plus plus. And here we're going to create the squares and add it to the container. So const square will be document create element div. Let's add a class on it because we're going to style it. Square class list. Add square like that. And let's add it to the container. Container append child square like that. So now let's add some styling. First, have the body be display flex direction column, justify content center, and align item center. This will go there in the middle, and the min height of 100 viewport heights. Alright, let's have a background color on it. 111, darkish color. And maybe remove the margin. Some kind of same thing we're going to have on the container. Container display flex. You know what, let's style the squares first. Square, let's see. They're going to be width 16 pixels and height 16 pixels, and let's add the background color 1D, 1D, 1D so we can see it. Okay, so they're now in one line. Let's space them out with a margin of 2 pixels like that, and want them to be in rows. So this is why we add the container to be display flex, because now we can say something like flex wrap the wrap. So now they're going to go on 2 lines. Let's remove this text, we don't need it. Okay, and we want it to be like a panel here in the middle, so for that we need a maximum width on the container of 400 pixels. Okay, perfectly. So now you can see how they align there. And these numbers weren't chosen randomly. If you see, the height is 16 pixels, and with double the margin it will be 20 pixels. So we have 20 squares on a row and 25 squares here on the column, because we have a total of 50 squares. Perfect. Now let's add the 2 events we're going to have in the JavaScript. Mouse over and mouse out. So on each square we're going to add event listener mouse over, which will run function. And let's copy this and use for the mouse out, like that. Here we're going to set the color, and here we're going to remove it. So set color to element. We're going to pass in the square, and we're going to create this function. And here we're going to have remove color from, like that, square. So let's create these functions. Set function set color for to element, and we're going to get the element. So now we need to generate a random color. Maybe let's have a list of colors, and then we create a function to get one random color out of it. Okay, let's create here an array of colors, and I'm going to copy over some colors I have here saved, like that. So now we have 5 colors here, and let's write a function get random color, which will basically give us a random value from that array. So return colors which is our array, and we need an index. And we can use this nice trick, math floor, math random times colors dot length. This will give us always a value from the colors array. Okay, so let's use that. Const color here will be get random color. And now we can apply this color element. This element we're passing in. Style background will be color. Let's see how this looks. Now you can see we have them been randomly colored. So let's add that box shadow to have nice lighting around it. Element, style, box shadow. Let's see, 0, 0, 2 pixels and the color. And we're going to have another box shadow value 0, 0, 10 pixels and the color. So now we should have them nicely light up. Like that. Perfect. Now we have to remove the color when we hover out. So on the mouse out, remove color from element. Let's create that function. Remove color from element, and the same we pass in the element, and we can copy this over and set back the defaults, which was 1D, 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 and for the box shadow we haven't created one, so let's create, where is it, here, box shadow, let's say 0, 0, 2 pixels and black, like that. So we can copy this and use it here. Okay, just this one. And now we remove that. Now we should see that lights up and then it fades out when we hover out. I forgot to say here the default color. I mixed it up, so it's here. Alright, and the color goes here. Okay, so I've mixed them up. This one goes here, and then this one goes down there because we don't have the color here. Okay, now that should fix it. Perfect. You can see it lights up with the box shadow and then disappears. And the last thing we want to have is a transition, so they're going to stay light up for a while. Let's add that to here. Transition, let's say 2 seconds and then ease. Okay, and now you can see it lights up very slowly and also fades out very slowly. We can fix that by removing the transition delay on the square hover. So let's do that. Square hover transition duration. And here we have it. Now when we hover over, they're going to light up and then they're going to slowly fade out. The reason why we remove the transition duration here is because when we hover over, we want them to light up instantly and then to take 2 seconds to light out and then to take 2 seconds to light out. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.